Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to 6 Minutes of Good News, a morning devotional, bringing you the good news of the gospel with your host, the Reverend Zebedee Jackson. So sit back and let's dive into 6 minutes of good news.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for tuning in to 6 Minutes of Good News. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new day that could be filled with life changing opportunities. Today's episode: Living Life on a Stable Foundation. Scripture: Matthew, the 7th chapter, verses 24 through 27. There are moments in life when we must make some decisive decision about the foundation on which our lives are built. We may need to take some day by day approaches to deleting the hindrances that has shored our life foundation. The most important part of this message is to encourage us to find strength in our faith as we change our directions in life. We must accept and understand that the strongest foundation will always be the relationship between ourselves and Christ. We can start by prioritizing our prayer life, studying some positive scriptures daily, actively living our faith through the service of others, and seeking to know God more deeply and trust His guidance. The good news about Jesus Christ's message in Matthew is that we can enlighten our understanding as we grow increasingly in our wisdom and knowledge. The word tells us that the wise man who built his house upon a rock, while those who listen but don't obey are like a foolish man who built on sand. It becomes essential that we know the difference between wise and foolish foundation. The wise foundation: a man who listened to God's teaching and obeyed him. That man built his life on a solid foundation, Jesus. That man's house, life, can withstand the storms of adversity like rain, floods, winds, and so forth because of his strong foundation. The foolish foundation. The foolish foundation: the man hears the instructions and refuses to obey them, but instead build his life on a weak foundation, sand. Then the foolish man's foundation, life, collapsed under adversity because of his unstable foundation. Now that we know the truth about our needed foundations, we must make a decision. Finally, we can build some strong foundation which will require commitments and determination. Again, thank you for tuning in to 6 Minutes of Good News. Have a blessed day.
Thank you for listening to 6 Minutes of Good News, a morning devotional, bringing you the good news of the gospel with your host, the Reverend Zebedee Jackson. Now, let's go out and make it a great day.